sitting by the lakeside, gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been on a little bit of a break, I know, but I'm keen to get back on here and start sharing all my food things here to help you save time and money for sure. So definitely stick around, subscribe if you're new, all of the things. Okay, so on my after the school run channel, my new channel where I'm just doing like kind of daily vlogging stuff, kind of talking a lot about how I balance everything around sort of working from home and running a business and stuff. I'm over there today actually talking about preparing for the heat wave coming up in the next week. It is going to be crazy here for quite a few days. So I am running around preparing the house and doing lots of different things and giving you guys some tips and stuff, just stuff I normally do when this happens, because it does usually happen at least once a year. I'd say we had a similar thing happen a couple of weeks ago and then it got really cool again. Now it's going back up again. So if you want to see that and you want to see the other things that I'm doing, definitely check on that channel. I'll link it below. It's called After the School Run. Definitely have a look. It's more of a day in the life vlogging channel, so definitely check it out. But today here I am working on a meal plan for the heat wave. So if you've been following me for a long time, you know anytime I actually do my meal plan, whether I do it for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever it is, I will try to look ahead as much as possible for the temperatures, because we live in Victoria, so things are not consistent. I can't just say in summertime every day is going to be hot, because it's not. Like, it's just not, you know. Like today's in the 20s and I wouldn't say it's hot, but it's beautiful, you know. But I don't have to think, oh, you know, I can't cook in the kitchen because it's too hot. Whereas next week it's going to be 42 or 43 and I'm like, okay, I can't cook that day. It's going to be a nightmare. I don't particularly want to go and spend money on takeaway if I don't have to, besides the fact that everyone's probably going to do that, so it's going to be really busy. I really just want to plan ahead, think about things I can do, and just be very well organized so we don't go and spend extra money, we don't buy takeaway every day because it's so hot, and so we actually still eat properly, because otherwise you tend to not really eat properly, you know. We'll just go, let's have party pies every night or something, you know. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go through my fridge, freezer, maybe the pantry, but I'm really looking at freezers mostly because I'm thinking about dinners. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, yeah, what I'm going to do, what nights I can cook, what nights I can't cook, how am I going to manage the nights I don't want to cook because it's going to be too hot. I'm just going to be thinking all that. So I thought I'd take you along today and just share with you what I'm doing, and maybe you can think about doing this in the next week as well, depending on where you live. Because if you are in North Victoria right now and around Swan Hill area, these are the temperatures, I'll put them on the screen, of what's coming up, and that is crazy. Alright, so instead of writing all this in my usual meal planning book, which I am going to go through with you guys because I've just set up a new book, I'm going to go through with you guys how I actually do my meal planning. I'll do that on the channel here at some point. I only use the notebook now. I don't use my printables. You can still use the printables, but I've just found that this is a way of me doing it all together in one place. It's easy. I did it because I couldn't print the printables, so I did this. So I just thought this would be helpful for other people. But I do have it very well set up for, you know, the next fortnight ahead. But I'm not going to use this just because this week coming up is something that's probably not usual. So I'm just doing a rough one today, and I'm going to pop it on the fridge for me. So I know what's happening. So I've done the next Monday to Sunday, and so I've done the next Monday to Sunday. These are the temperatures coming up. Now 29's not bad. That's about what today is, and that's totally fine. 27 is obviously great. That's when it starts cooling down. But we do have some very warm things going on, and when it's this hot, say on the 43-degree day, things are still going to be pretty hot around the house and things, and you know, all of that, even when it's going to 29. So, and then you've got a 37 popping up. So I want to think about these very precisely and very clear. Like I said, this is something I do for my meal planning all the time, because in Victoria temperatures are very up and down. In winter we could have a freezing cold time, we don't want to leave the house, and maybe it's snowing, like that's rare, but it does happen. You know, so you don't want to have salads and stuff, you want to have warm stuff, and then you don't want to just have veggies all the time in winter. So if there's a nice day, then I'll change it to salads. And same in actual summer. So if it's really hot and stuff, maybe I'll think more about salads and stuff. And then not having to cook. And then on other days like today would have been fine for me to cook, you know, veggies if I really wanted to. So it's something I always do, no matter if it's hot or cold. I just really use the temperature to help plan my meals out. Oh, I said it wasn't too hot, but in the garage it's actually really hot and I am melting. So if I look like my makeup's going everywhere, that's why. It's been a bit of a day. All right, so I want to start off with in this case, thinking about the meats that I have for dinners and what I can do. We are not going to be able to do a barbecue. Actually, I think Johnny's even at work on some of these days, so I wouldn't make him go out in the heat, obviously, doing a barbecue anyway. But we could very well use things like the air fryer. The air fryer is really great to use because it doesn't create a lot of heat actually in you know, the kitchen and stuff. When you're cooking, it kind of contains it, so it's fine. The actual oven, absolutely do not want to do anything in the oven. I could even use maybe a pan on top of the stove, but I don't want to do a lot of cooking. Like I wouldn't do a lot of hot veggies and mashed potatoes, I don't know, like a lot of hot stuff. But cooking some meat like a barbecue on the top, on the pan, would be completely fine. So I'm thinking along those lines, because I'm thinking maybe, let me check the days again. Yeah, so the Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday are probably my primary concerns. The Monday's 30, the Tuesday's 34 and the Wednesday's 43. So what I'd like to do is probably on the Monday do a bit of a big cook up, like a barbecue cook up, and have that for the Monday, and then we can just heat up leftovers Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I'll work out what size we're actually going to have. So, or I could use the slow cooker. That's the other thing. You could definitely use the slow cooker if you wanted to do something and have it. Obviously it's not going to create a lot of heat in the house, but you'd have to just sort of think about what I could do, because I do, what do I want to do? Either want to do a barbecue for 3 days, or I wanted to do a slow cooker in there somewhere where I can just maybe use these steaks here that I've got in the slow cooker. But then I feel like I'd want to have it with, like, I mean, rice. I can use the rice cooker too. That's not going to heat up the house. So maybe I could do something with this. Maybe I might do that. All right, so we have steaks, lots of these. So these I could cook as steaks. We could have steak sandwiches with salad. We could just have normal barbecue sides if we want some coleslaw. We love corn on a barbecue. We like cooking that. A garden salad, you know, that kind of stuff that we normally have. I could do that. Or then a steak sandwich the next day, or wraps of some sort, or the slow cooker. We could do that. Oh, and I have here also, I have this big bag of chops. So that's something I'd really like to cook up, actually, barbecue wise, you know what I mean? Because that's probably, we like having it that. The kids, Joseph might eat, Isabella won't because she's not a big meat eater, but she'll love having salad. She'll have maybe some, I'll have like a roast chicken or something maybe she can have on those nights as well. So I might do that. And then do I have sausages? I have to organize my freezers, guys, just warning you. I've just shoved things anywhere when I was freezing stuff. I do the mince. I don't have any spaghetti bolognese. Now that's another good thing, actually. Let me just check that first. See, I have some stuff here already cooked up, which is perfect for times like this, because that just gets, you know, defrosted, and then we just heat it up in the microwave. And I just need to put some rice on. I've got apricot chicken, chow mein, and the black bean stir fry. So that's good, especially if John is going to work. I need to check his shifts, because he could take something like this with some rice. The rice is not going to heat up the house. I could cook it the night before when it's really hot maybe for him, and then just have this as a side and he can heat it up at work. So that's a great thing to do as well. Obviously, is if you do your bulk cooking and you freeze some stuff for times like this, so good. You know, if you don't want to heat up your kitchen, great. Besides the fact it can just stop you from buying takeaway any other day. What is that? More mince? Oh my gosh. I do have pork steaks as well, but we've just had a fair bit of that recently, so I don't really want to cook up that. And beef stir fry. What's that? That looks like some more steaks. I think, what did I see in here? Oh, so mince for spaghetti bolognese, because I don't have any made up actually. We've finished what I had made up. This is a whole big batch of barbecue sausages, which, maybe what I might do is actually defrost this, cook it all up, and then like in the pan, and then I could actually just turn the ones we're not going to eat into deviled sausages and bag them up. I don't need to cook veggies and stuff, but just for the actual freezer, like, you know, these other freezer meals, because I don't have any made up. So I might actually do that with those, so that will be good. There's more sausages, so that's fine. All right, sausages are on the list. In here I have, oh, chicken. That could go in the slow cooker. I could definitely cook that up. Don't have to put that in the oven. That could go in the slow cooker and not heat up the kitchen. And then I've got this chicken. Yeah, no, this chicken here I want to keep for doing a big batch up cooking of stuff that I need to do, like apricot chicken and the chicken, is it cashew or something like that I used to do. But this could be something that I might plan into the mix somewhere as well. I do have a few more freezer meals in there as well, but I don't think I want to use any of those because it's like shepherd's pie and stuff, so I really need to put that in the oven, so I don't want to do that. I also know I've got a whole heap of bird's eye veggies underneath this container here. I'm not going to pull it all out because it's a lot of work. But peas and corn, I mean, I could heat up the pan, like steam them obviously on the stovetop, and that wouldn't create too much heat either, because just for peas and corn it's not going to be on for too long. So that's a possibility as a side as well. But I really think I'm going to stick to salads. Honestly. It's what we're going to feel like. And the salads we can also have at lunchtime as well. Like if we've got roast chicken as well, if I go get some more roast chicken and stuff in the top-up shop, then I'll have that in the fridge, and that's very versatile. We can do a lot of things with the roast chicken, and at lunchtime we can always have it with salad and stuff, so I might do that. Right, I've got you balancing on some boxes because I don't know where my set is. Yes, I still have my Christmas tree up. This is the one in the office though, guys, not the one from the lounge room. I'm just trying to decide what to do with it. I mean, last year, all year, I had the Christmas tree up, and then I decorated it with tinsel, obviously, around Christmas time, which is so pretty because it's in the pink and all that I have behind me, really, like the colour theme. But I'm just like, do I just keep it up all year? Let me know in the comments. Or do I finally pull it down, get rid of it, and just go, no Christmas in the office? I don't know, but it's pretty, isn't it? All right, so let's think about this logically. Lots of barbecue meats, which is great. Like I said, I can cook that in, even I've got an electric frying pan, and I've actually got normal pan that I put on the stovetop, so I can have both of those going to cook a lot of meat up. So I really do think that's a really good option. So I might actually do that for the Monday. That's a definite for Monday. If I cook up all those sausages, I can put some aside and just make up the deviled sausages on the Monday night, like later on in the night as well, when it really cools down. I can make that up and bag that up and have that as a go-to, maybe later on in the week when it cools down, for that Sunday perhaps. It's going to be 27, but by the time nighttime comes, it'll probably cool right down. So we might do deviled sausages on that Sunday with mash and veg. Very easy. All right, so that leaves Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday is the nightmare day of 43 degrees. So absolutely not cooking. I do have to put in a takeaway night usually through, I don't have to, but we always have one through the week. Now Joseph is actually, oh, is he going back to basketball? No, he's not going back to basketball until the week after, I think. So we normally have takeaway on a Friday night. So maybe I might shift that to the Wednesday and just think smartly when it comes to the takeaways. We don't either go very early or go much later, because and Joseph actually starts on the Thursday, so Wednesday's probably a really good day. Isabella's also got to go for like a they do like an assessment thing. She doesn't start till the next week, but the primary school do like this maths and English assessment thing for 2 days. Everyone just goes in for about 20 minutes and they do a little assessment so they can see where the kids are at and they can adjust their learning for them. So she'll be doing that on the Thursday morning at 9 AM. So I've really got to get everyone up very early. So Wednesday I think we might do a takeaway night because of the temperature. That's our one takeaway night for the week. Instead of doing it on the Friday, we'll do it on the Wednesday. And because the kids have to go back to school the next morning, it'll just make them happy. It'll have them go to bed. It'll be a great night. That's in my opinion. So we'll do that. I think we'll do that as a bit of a break through the week. Barbecue maybe on the Tuesday night. Oh, hang on. Do I want to... See, Tuesday nights we usually do like a chicken burger because Joseph's got basketball training, but he doesn't have it. So no, we'll do barbecue. I'm just going to cook once and have it done because it's going to be 34 on that day. So we're going to barbecue on Monday and Tuesday. So that's excellent. Easy, throw together salads. I'll just work out exactly what type of salads we're going to do for that night. Nothing too complicated, nothing too crazy. We'll probably do, like I said, corn, some coleslaw, which I won't make the coleslaw either. I'll just get the store one because the kids won't eat it, but Johnny and I will. So we just buy a little tub, otherwise it's a bit of a waste. And then the kids will have the corn though, definitely. And they'll have some sort of other... I could do my garden salad, which will definitely stretch over the 2 days. Or maybe I'll just cut some corners and do a salad kit of some sort, maybe. I'll think about that one. We'll decide which way we're going to go with that. I mean, it's probably smart actually to do my garden salad because I make enough that at lunchtime during the day they will probably use the salad as well for salad sandwiches and stuff. So definitely just a garden salad on the side. And that's not expensive to do. And we get a lot of use out of that one because we'll do obviously more of that for the lunch as well on those hot days, definitely. All right, and then the Thursday, we've got 29 on Thursday, 29 on Friday. Saturday is 37. So, Saturday. Simple Saturday is usually what we have on a Saturday. So we might keep it as Simple Saturday. And we might just do actually, that might be the night to do our chicken burgers. Because they are schnitzels generally that we just cook in the air fryer. So it's not going to heat up the place. Everyone will love it. Everyone will eat it. We can have salad, as much salad as we want in there. Or a lot of the time the kids just want lettuce. But, oh no, Isabella has all the salads. But Joseph likes the lettuce, the chicken schnitzel, and then his peri mayonnaise. Peri-naise, I think it's called. Yeah, peri-naise, which is spicy. Because then it's like him getting like a Hungry Jack's burger or something. So, that's probably what we'll do. Chicken burgers that night, I think. All right, and then so Thursday and Friday, 29 on both those days. Not too much of an issue temperature wise. But what else did I have in there? Maybe I'll do a... Ooh, we are coming off the 43-degree day on the Wednesday to the Thursday, so the house might still be a bit warm and stuff. Maybe we might do one of the freezer meals that I've already got, like the stir fry with rice. We might do that. I think we'll do that on the Thursday. Stir fry with rice. What do we think? That should be right. Stir fry with rice. The kids probably won't eat that stir fry because it's the beef and black beans. So I might, for them, they'll just have maybe some leftover salad we've got with the rice. They love rice, so they'll probably have that and maybe some chicken tenders or something like that I can put in the air fryer for them. So that's fine. We'll do that. Or roast chicken. I'll probably have leftover roast chicken, actually. They can have that. And then the Friday, what are we going to do on the Friday? So Joseph's going to school Thursday and Friday. Thank God the 2 days that he's going to be at school, yeah, 29 degrees. I can tell you if it was going to be 43 degrees and they were going to be at school, I probably wouldn't send them. Because last year, and actually even I think the year before, both my kids got really sick. They got heat stroke. I don't know why, but they still let them go outside and all of this, and they gave them icy poles and stuff, but it just made, they got really sick. So then they ended up taking a couple of days off school. So I would keep them home if they were there on a 43 degree day. I'd absolutely would, because it's just not what our bodies are used to here where we live. So I definitely would, and just go, nah, they're not coming to school. But Joseph, yeah, the Friday. All right, the Friday I'm going to do a slow cooker. I think with those with the steaks, and I'll make some sort of, I don't know, beef slow cooker of some sort. I don't know, red wine, or maybe I've got like the beef goulash packets. Actually, I think I do. So I'm probably going to do that. And will we do rice? It's just going to be 29 going to 27, so it's probably going to be quite, it's going to cool down, I would say, being that it's going to be, oh no, 37, not 27, 37. Oh geez. So maybe for that day I might actually do rice with that, and maybe some salad as well. So salad, or actually, you know what, we'll do some potato, maybe the chip, like frozen chips, in the air fryer, because one, that's healthier than me actually making roast potatoes, plus in the air fryer that's going to not heat up the place. So we'll do that, because I'm not going to be using that for cooking meat. I'm just going to be doing the slow cooker for the beef. So we might do potato chips and salad that day, and then the salad I'll have again for the chicken burger night. So that will go over 2 nights, which is great. I think that will work out really well. Well, that sun's coming down. It's much later on. I've cooked dinner, we've had dinner, and now I'm back in the garage again. Oh, I'm gonna keep that door open. I am coming here to start pulling out the meat that I'm going to use over the next couple of days with the barbecue, because tomorrow is Monday, so it's the first day of that meal plan. I am going to have to go and do grocery shopping tonight, like my top-up shop tonight, and I will film that, but I'll probably do that as a separate video. But I need to, I've made a list of everything I need to get. So really the only things I need to get is probably mostly the salad stuff. That's it. Fruit and veg type stuff. So I might get some extra things like watermelon, just to help prepare for the heat wave as well, stuff like that, just to keep our water up and all of that we like to do. But otherwise I've got most things organized for the actual heat wave. Definitely have a look at that video over on the after the school run, because I talk on there and show you everything that I sort of did today. But so I'm gonna pull these out. Oh, like I said, like the sausages, so we'll do that. What else can I find in here? So just remember, the sausages I'm actually going to cook, oh sorry guys, the sausages I'm actually going to cook, what was I saying? I'm going to cook them, like a whole heap of them, but I'm going to cook ahead for making deviled sausages as well. So that's just a bit of food flipping there that I'm going to be doing. So making everything stretch further and not wasting anything is what I'm doing, because if I just cooked it all and just left it on the fridge, we probably wouldn't eat 24 sausages. What else do I need? I wonder if I can find something. Oh, I thought I had this here. I really do need to organize my freezers, guys. They're very unorganized. This is not like me, but because I did that big Costco shop, like my big shop, and I did Costco in it, I had so much meat to freeze that I just had to shove it anywhere and everywhere so I could freeze it. I'm gonna pull these out because these will go with the barbecue as well. And then I think maybe some chops. Open up. Yes, so I've packed these in packs of 2 because it's mostly just Johnny and I. Joseph might eat some. Isabella definitely won't because she doesn't really eat a lot of meat, like I said. But I might pull out, say, 4, do you think? 4? Maybe 6. Let's do 6. Because we can eat these for lunch as well if we need to. So we're going to pull out 6 of these. Alright, the chops I'm actually going to put in here to defrost overnight because they probably will leak blood, I'm guessing, because it's just in normal, like, thin freezer bags. So I've put them in this container I've got here. It's like a Curtis, what is it, Curtis Stone? Sort of one of the free ones I got from Coles. Like, they've been amazing. I think they're all the marinating containers actually, but I use them for so many different things. I've put paper towel in there just to soak it up a bit. So I'm going to keep these in here. I might put the lid on that. And then I've just put paper towel down here near the sink to put these chong because they get a bit watery. Normally I defrost in the sink, but my sink has got dishes in it from dinner and stuff right now, so I'll have to do them. So I'm just going to leave these out for now. I probably go to bed quite late tonight, so I'll check them. If they're started defrosting too much, I'll pop them in the fridge, but otherwise I usually just leave them on overnight just to defrost, and then in the morning put them in the fridge. My only other thought in regards to the heat wave as far as meal planning with the heat wave is thinking about desserts. It's not that we have to have dessert every night, but I tend to do dessert every night for the kids, even if it's a little thing like a custard or something like that, because then they don't go to bed and then start getting up and going, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Like, we kind of try to do a dessert a bit later in the night, round about, you know, half an hour or so before they go to bed, and then they don't ask for stuff. They're not up all night asking for that, so we tend to do that. Now, because it's going to be so hot, we've got the icy poles in the freezer, which is great. I've already set them up. It's not really a dessert, but ice creams, you know, is something that we would want. So I do have some ice creams in the freezer right now, like the Buller Splits, because they were on special for like under $5, I think, when I got them. I do have a tub of ice cream. However, I think what I might do is just when I go to the supermarket, see if there's anything else that from the freezer section that I might want to put out that's cold. So I'm talking different type of icy poles again, or like the splits type thing, or just single Buller ice creams, or just something like that to just keep them cool. Because during the day, quite honestly, especially on the Tuesday when it's like 43, I'm going to say to them, if you want an ice pole, have one. But if you want ice cream, have one. Jess's girlfriend will probably be here, I would say. We might have some visitors through the week as well, so it'd be good to offer those kids something too if they want as well. So I'm just, yeah, going to see that when I go and do the actual grocery shop, but I am sort of thinking ahead. I do have jelly as well. That's the other thing. So I probably will try to remember, because I always forget to make up the jelly. I might do that too and just have that in the back fridge so we can have that as well through the day, and that just to keep things, keep us up, you know what I mean? Keep us alive. So that's what we're going to be doing. So that's kind of my meal planning done for the heat wave. I just thought wanted to share it with you guys and show you how I do it. I thought it might be interesting for some people, especially if you're about to go through this in the next few days, because I'm sure it will pop up again in the next month or so. There'll be some sort of heat wave like this again, maybe because it has already happened a few weeks ago. So we're not at the end of summer yet, and summer tends to really stretch out for us now here in Victoria, even past when summer's supposed to end. So sometimes we will have these times where it'll be extreme. It'll go from like 17 degrees daily to 35 or something like that. So it's always great to be prepared and sort of think ahead, especially as a mum that has to cook, because you don't want to be in that kitchen in 35 degrees, you know, because it becomes 45 degrees in the kitchen. So I like to have a plan, and, you know, if you have to rearrange what you already had planned, fine, do it, just to make life easier for you. You can put the other stuff you had planned in the next week ahead or something, you know. So just do what's easiest for you, do what's best, and just stay safe basically, and stay hydrated. All right guys, that's it for me today. If you want to see the grocery haul, that will be coming up here on the channel, so definitely keep an eye out for it, and you can see what I ended up buying just as those extra things. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye.